Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. That is something I've always wanted to say, like to an actual camera rather than just pretending to do makeup tutorials in my mirror. But yeah, so I popped a little little question box on my story a couple days ago, and I just thought I'd do a Q&A for you. So yeah, I've picked a few of the questions and I'm gonna answer them for you. I haven't written out my answers. I'm literally got the questions in front of me and I'm just gonna talk. So yeah. So first of all, we have lowest calories and carbs this prep. So my carbs actually got dropped today to 50 grams, but we're 16 days out. I don't care, like put me in the trenches and drag me through them. I don't care, I want it. So I can do it. I've done it before, got down to 50 grams of carbs last prep and I lived, so I can do it this time. Calories wise, calories are a bit higher than last prep. Last prep at this point we was on 950. Please remember, if you are a bodybuilder and if you aren't a bodybuilder and you're watching this, 950 calories, way too low. We don't do this for a sustainable living. It is just to get us stage lean. And not everyone has to get it down to that low. Just last year I didn't give us enough time basically, and we just had to push, but it paid off. So yeah, this prep, we put calories down to 1 a couple weeks ago, but my body just didn't respond. It was just too stressed. Popped it up to 12, still a little bit of stress, but was responding a bit more. Popped it up to 13 and we've been responding great. We have popped it back down to 12 today, and we're just going to keep pushing from then on really. So yeah, so they're at just over 1200 at the moment. We're on 50 grams of carbs, 35 fats, 175 protein, obviously keeping the protein nice and high to try and maintain my muscular mass that we built in my off season, because that was the judges' feedback from last year. They said a good level of condition, I just needed more muscle mass, so that's what we've done. But yeah, so the next one is, how do I prepare for prep? And that is actually a really good question, because obviously you have your off season and then you have your prep, but you do have to mentally prepare yourself and make sure that you're mentally ready to go on prep, because it is a very challenging thing. So with prep, I actually went on holiday. Me and my partner went away for a week, so I didn't train, I didn't track, I didn't even take my Apple Watch. I left it at home. Yeah, I just completely stepped away from everything bodybuilding for a week, and I just reset mentally, and it was so needed. So when I got back, I was just like fresh minded and everything. So if you can, before you go on prep, get away for a few days and just mentally reset, because your body needs the rest. Like, you've been pushing in your off season, and now you're going to push in prep. So, you know, your body needs that rest, it needs the recovery, and your mind needs it as well. And also, you've got to remember, there's other people in your life who deserve the attention as well. Like, it was just me and my partner for that week, and it was so nice. And yeah, so definitely like a holiday, a few days away, time away from the gym for a couple of days, if you can, that would prepare you for prep. Don't think about, oh, I have to get this, I have to eat this, because I'm not going to be able to have it for however many weeks. Like, the food will always be there. Don't feel like you have to cram it in them few days before you start prep and make yourself feel ill from cramming all this food in that you think you're going to miss, because it's still going to be there when you finish prep. So yeah, that's my words of wisdom. What gets me through the hard days? Basically, everyone asks me this. They say, how do you do it when you're ill, when you've got headaches, when you really feel like you can't do it? Like, I've been dragging my feet doing last steps. Like, I don't care. The thing is with me, I'm too stubborn to not do it. Quite frankly, I'm too stubborn to not do it. The thing is with me, if I get up on that stage and I have done everything I possibly can and I don't end up with the outcome that I want, then that's fine. I've done everything that I can. If I get up on that stage, I've half-assed my prep and I don't get what I want, then it'll bug me. Basically, I'm too stubborn to not feel like I've tried my hardest. I'm too stubborn to not win. Obviously no. I'm just too stubborn to not get it done, because I know it will annoy me. I'm a perfectionist, basically. So yeah. What's this one? How do I go about chocolate and all the sweet things? Chocolate wise, I never used to be a chocolate person. I was always a crisp person, but definitely been a chocolate person this past year. But I still keep it in. Granted, it's not like Galaxy, Reese's Pieces and all that as much as I'd love it to be, but I keep a bit of dark chocolate in, Fibre One brownies, everything, so I'm still getting that chocolatey taste. Chocolate protein powder, I never feel like is that chocolatey. So yeah, but dark chocolate I always have every single day. And yeah, and on my refeeds I put Nutella in there. So I still keep it in, so I'm not like, oh my god, I need it. Like it's there, it's still there, it's just not Reese's or Galaxy or White Twix, but it's okay. Right, what's my incentive? I think I know what incentive means, but I'm not sure. I think it means what's my why? What I'm gonna take it as what's my why. And I think that kind of leads into another question as well, which I've got, is why did I get into competing? So I'm just going to merge them two. Basically, if you know me personally, you know that I've had a very chaotic few years. Not to get into like, oh, woe is me and everything, but I lost my mum 5 years ago. I'm only 22, so I lost her when I was 17. And just a few other traumas that have happened in like my teen life and stuff like that. And everything has just felt out of my control. Obviously it is out of my control, so I love competing and I love the whole sport because only I can control it. Like, I have full control over my prep, over what I do in the day. Like I control that, and that makes me happy. It's something in my life that I can do. It's not out of my control. And yeah, it is. I'm not a control freak, but it's just like that one thing in my life that I can actually control. And it really gave me a purpose to get up in the morning, and a purpose that when my alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning because I need to go and do fasted steps or cardio or whatever, I get it done. Whereas if I was just going to get it done because I thought I'll get up early for the gym in the morning and I had no real goal, I would just snooze the alarm. But you know, I've got that why, I've got that drive because it's something that I can control in my life. So yeah, that's my why, that's my incentive. What's my favourite and least favourite part of prep? We all know that my least favourite part is cardio. I hate cardio, I hate it with passion. I've had 2 cardio sessions this prep that I've liked. 2. And when I say liked, I just mean it's been a bit more bearable. I haven't liked it, but it is what it is. So yeah, that is literally my least favourite part of prep, is the cardio. I can't even complain about the food because I use If It Fits Your Macros. I self-track, so like, as I said, like dark chocolate's still in there, stuff like that. So all my cravings are kind of seen to, but yeah, so definitely least favourite part is cardio. My favourite part, I'm such a geek, I love how my body responds to things. I love watching it. Like when we have refeeds, I love looking at how different my body looks from like the day that I'm flat to the day that I'm fuller with carbs in my system, or like the whole science of competing and prep and how your body responds to things just fascinates me. And obviously the competing bit is my favourite bit of prep, but yeah, I just love it all really. So like the sciencey bit and obviously the getting on stage and showing off. But yeah, so then I have death row meal. Right, I haven't even thought this through, but there could be a few different ones. Starters. A starter. I feel like with starters, if there's garlic prawns, I always get the garlic prawns, but I don't want the tempura ones. I want the proper like pan fried prawns that come in the little dish and they're still sizzling, with like the chopped up fresh chilies and the chopped up garlic and the oil and the like really like warm crusty bread. And I'm really explaining this, and you dip it in, and oh yeah, so that'll be my starter. Main. Now this is where it gets, because you see, I love an Indian, I love a fish and chips, but my nan's roast, different class. So nan's roast, but then I really would, no, it wouldn't be a pizza, it wouldn't be a burger. It's got to be nan's roast. Nan's roast for main, and then a dessert, brownie and ice cream. Easy. Warm brownie, but like a massive one. I don't want a sliver. Don't annoy me. I don't want a sliver. I want a brownie that big and a whole tub of ice cream. The brownie has to be warm, gooey on the inside. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so we're gonna have garlic prawns roast and a chocolate brownie. And then for a drink, I'm gonna add a drink on there. I'm not even really a wine drinker, but I have really been craving nice ice cold Sauvignon Blanc. So I'm gonna go with a large glass of that, or a bottle. Do you know what? I'm on death row. Who cares? And then the last one I'm gonna do is, how has prep been so far? The highs and the lows. Obviously, I have days where I feel amazing, and I have days where I literally cry. So this prep has actually felt, for me, like, bar the few down days that we have, this prep has felt really smooth, because we got the calories nice and high in the off season, so we had room to slowly bring the food down. So it's not like we've had to chuck me in the deep end and put me on really low calories straight away, because we built up the calories, so we had room. So you know, it's been quite a smooth transition food wise. Highs have been like, I love seeing how my body changes, and the lows have probably been self-doubt. And I don't have a lot of days where I do doubt myself, because you know I at the end of the day, I've tried my hardest. Whatever happens, I've done what I need to do. So you know, I don't have a lot of self-doubt, but obviously if you're a competitor, you know that it's hard not to compare. Like, you can see some people on Instagram, it's really hard not to compare yourself, but then also you need to remember that the way that you're seeing yourself is completely different to how everyone else is seeing you. So yeah, lows have definitely been like the odd self-doubt day. The days where my knees are buckling beneath me, from just pure exhaustion trying to get the last few steps in. Cardio is low. I hate it. I literally hate it with every ounce of my being. But yeah, there's just been a lot of highs. I've made a lot of friends this prep, and my coach, she's just great. She just makes this an enjoyable experience when it could be a really crappy, alone experience. But I've got such a good support system around me, with all of the girls that I've made friends with through my coach. And like, even though my boyfriend isn't even in the sport, he really supports me. And my dad, I think he's more excited than I am. He calls me up, he's like, not long now, kiddo, we've got 2 weeks. Yeah, so I think I just have a great support system, so that has really made like a good high on the whole experience so far. But yeah, so as I said, we are 16 days out. It is Friday the 19th, so yeah, 16 days out now. Exciting. But yeah, not sure when this will upload, because it took about 4 days last time, but we will see. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I hope I haven't rambled on too much. Bye.